Welcome guys to yet again another trip announcement. We're back here to tell you about the next location that we'll be visiting and bring you guys an array of awesome content from.
Another series!
And this is gonna be a good one. I'm really excited about this. We've been planning this one for a while. We started talking about this actually years ago.
Yeah, so I just want to give us props. We did a really good job of keeping secrets for a long time. Although I feel like we have definitely left a trail of crumbs talking about it here and there. But do you want to say it? Or should I say it? Do you want me to say it? You can say it. No, I want to say it. Okay, you can. I think I'm gonna say it. We're going to Dubai.
We're going to the United Arab Emirates, guys.
Yeah.
We're doing Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, and then we're ending things off with Egypt. I'm actually stoked for this. This is almost a month long. I think it's 3 weeks that we're
20
doing.
20 days, I think. 20
yeah,
days.
out there in the Middle East, and we're throwing in Africa yet again. Can you believe it? We're going back to Africa. Of all the continents that we thought we'd be visiting in 365 days, that was not one that I expected.
Well, okay, to be fair, the flight options coming home, it was either a 22-hour layover in Helsinki, which Tiger wouldn't even be open, and we've done Helsinki, and the city's fine. It's not, whatever. And then the other option was Cairo. And it was well, duh.
Yeah,
So,
I really want to see the pyramids.
Yeah, exactly. So it just made sense.
And they have some parks there.
So we're leaving mid-February, which is a really good time of year to visit these parks, or so we've heard. Hopefully that turns out to be true. But we're going to be flying from Miami, so we're going to take the Bright Line down from Orlando, and we're going to fly to Dubai via Doha. So that's our short little stopover, but we're not actually going to go there until the end.
And before you ask, no, we are not flying Emirates Airlines.
No, we're not that
We're
cool.
doing Qatar Airways, which...
It looks really good.
It looks fine, yeah. I'm slightly disappointed we're not doing Emirates Airways, but I don't know, these stops look so cool that I feel eventually we'll want to go back anyways, and we can do Emirates next time. It's fine.
Yeah. And the thing was, it was only $400 to get there. I feel you can't pass up on a deal like that.
Yeah, it's just such a steal. To go that far, literally to the other side of the planet. That's pretty awesome. Our first stop is going to be at the world's largest water park, Atlantis, which is literally on the Palms. It's going to be just crazy. We've heard incredible things about this water park.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like water parks. I know they're not so much your thing, and they're really not Matt's thing. Oh, Matt's coming.
Yeah.
That's worth mentioning. Matt will be there.
Yeah,
Yay.
but he's arriving the day after we do Atlantis because he did not want to go to Atlantis.
There are 2 other water parks that he will be doing. We'll get there.
We'll get there. After Atlantis, we're going to be doing something really, really cool. This is not a theme park, but the Emirates is home to the world's fastest zip line. You reach speeds of over 100 miles per hour.
And you do it in Superman.
Yeah, it's just absolutely wild looking. I think it takes 3 minutes from start to finish to complete this experience. And it's literally in the mountains, north of Dubai. Anyways, we're going. It's going to be so cool.
It's going to be really, really, really
Yeah,
cool.
I'm pumped for that one.
After that, we're going to check out Global Village because it kind of looks like Dubai's version of World Showcase.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Or something. So, we have to check that out.
Looks elaborately themed. They only have a couple roller coasters, and that's kind of in more of a carnival-like section, but the park as a whole looks actually incredible. I've heard amazing things. That's more of a nighttime destination. I don't even think they open until 4 o'clock. Afterwards, we're going to be visiting Adventureland, which is one of several theme parks that is located inside of a mall. Because of the hot temperatures in that part of the world, there's a lot of indoor attractions. And so this is one of them. They're home to, I think it's a Zamperla motorbike coaster. Just a couple of rides there. It's not going to be a very long stop. So we're going to do multiple things in that day, including the Storm Coaster.
I'm excited to check that out.
Yeah.
I feel that might be a sleeper hit. We'll see.
It looks pretty cool.
But we're also going to go see the Burj Khalifa and go to the top of it because...
Yeah, this is when I was thinking about my worldwide bucket list activities, this was right up there at the top. I think ever since I saw Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol and Tom Cruise is climbing on the edge, I'm all right, I gotta go to this place. And fun fact, there is a roller coaster right next to the Burj Khalifa. It's called Dubai Drone, and it's at the Dubai Mall. It's a Gerstlauer spinning coaster, so we're gonna do that as well.
Following that, we're going to hit our first major park of the trip, and that's going to be IMG Worlds of Adventure.
Yeah. So completely indoors except for their Blue Fire clone, which is outdoors. But they have a ton of indoor rides, including some dark rides, a lot of IPs. Should be really cool.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I've heard good things. And the other thing that we keep hearing about these Dubai parks is that they don't receive the crowds that I think they should. So I'm not anticipating long lines at any of these places.
No.
So like we have a day planned for IMG Worlds of Adventures, but like if the crowds are low, then after we finish up, we can just go sightsee around the city, which Dubai has just so much to do. So that's a good time to plug our Patreon. We'll be bringing some bonus content on there, including early reactions. So if you want to hear our first thoughts about some of these rides that we'll be doing before they get posted on YouTube, because like the whole series that we'll be doing won't come up until after we're done with the trip.
Yeah.
It's just too much
It's going to be
editing.
like coasting through Europe, where there's like a sizable gap, but hopefully less than
Yeah,
last season.
and we'll like be spacing out the videos just to not oversaturate or anything. So go ahead, check out our Patreon. We'll be putting bonus like non-theme park related videos on there, such as I'm sure we'll be doing a video like on the Burj Khalifa, and we're gonna go like out in the desert, which is like a very common activity while you're in the Emirates, is to go like dune bashing. So a bunch of really cool stuff coming soon on there.
Yeah, and you know, if you were a part of it during the Europe trip, like we kind of gave like daily updates about where we were and what we were doing and stuff like that. So if you really want to follow along with the trip and you don't want to have to wait to hear what we think of like Formula Rosa and so on and so forth, it's definitely a really awesome way to also help out the channel.
Yeah.
So
every dollar that is sent on our Patreon goes back into helping like push the channel forward and create awesome content.
So
like
if you've
this.
noticed that we're putting out more series and more high quality stuff, you can thank the people who are a part of that.
Yeah. We really
Big time.
appreciate it. I definitely feel like the content has gotten better.
Heck yeah.
So following IMG Worlds of Adventures, we are visiting another big park, and I think this is the one that I'm most looking forward to. It's Motiongate.
Why is that one particular what you're looking forward to the most?
It just looks so nice, and I love the IPs that they have there. They have Shrek, they have How to Train Your Dragon, they have the Hunger Games, the world's only Hunger Games themed land.
That's pretty cool.
It's
Yeah.
really, really cool, and it's also part of that complex is also Legoland Dubai, so we're gonna visit that as well.
And then we're gonna drive to Abu Dhabi.
It's only about an hour away. And
Yeah, it's really not bad.
we are staying on Yas Island, which is where all of the theme parks are. So there are 4
Yas!
parks. You have the big mall that's in the center, and the parks kind of go around the outer edge. So there's actually some flexibility as far as like which parks you do those days.
Well, they're all right there, so it's like
Exactly.
pop in here, pop in there. It's all good.
So I feel like when we were discussing this, we're like, well, which park should we do first? And we all were just like, can we just please get Ferrari World out of the way? Like, we need to go here so bad.
Well, that and like, should there be any issue where like, oh, maybe Formula Rosa's not running that day for whatever reason, we have multiple days to go back and get that figured out.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's an instrument, but honestly, I'm more concerned about, like, what if Flying Aces goes down? Or Mission Ferrari, that's probably the big one. Like, I know that's been a little spotty as far as operational hours, but as of right now, it is open, so fingers crossed. I really, really want to get on that
Say
thing.
a prayer for us, you guys.
So, if we do that one first, if for some reason it's closed, and then a couple days later it is open, then we can go back.
Correct. Following that, we're going to be going to Warner Brothers Movie World, not to be confused with the one in Australia.
They are fundamentally different. That one has much better roller coasters. This one's more dark ride focused.
Which I'm very psyched about because I love a good dark ride.
And the park just looks beautiful. Like, the theming is amazing. They have a Batman dark ride, which looks incredible. There's a Justice League, Scooby-Doo dark ride, which looks awesome.
Well, we struck out on that one when we were in Australia, so...
Yeah, rip Scooby-Doo. So hopefully this one's open.
And next, also not to be confused with the one in Australia, we're going to SeaWorld.
Yeah, and this actually is owned by like SeaWorld Entertainment. So the same company that owns SeaWorld Orlando, San Diego, San Antonio, they also own this park, but this one also completely indoors.
And looks so state-of-the-art. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, the theming, the detail is just like unbelievable. And they have a roller coaster called Manta. It looks fun. It's an Intamin LSM multi-launch coaster. A bit more family friendly, but still should be really fun. And then our final park on Yas Island is Yas Water World. So our second water park of the trip. This one has a roller coaster. I think it's called Bandit Bomber.
Yeah, and I think you get shot with water when you're on there. So,
it's gonna be cool.
Next thing we're doing is actually very off the beaten path, and I'm really excited about it. We're doing a mountain coaster that is right on the border of Oman, and it's gonna be so cool.
It's literally like in the mountains. It looks incredible. We actually had a friend that went off and did it, and at first we were like making fun of him, like, you went all the way out there to do a mountain coaster, and then we like saw the pictures of it, and we're like, this looks incredible. So yeah, we're doing it. It's actually only a little over an hour away from Abu Dhabi, so not that bad.
Totally fine. We're gonna go to Oman. That's a country I never really thought about visiting.
Yeah. There's like some fortresses like pretty close to the border. It should be really cool.
Yes, and Oman is the very safe country. It's Yemen that is not in good shape. So just before anyone has any concern. That one is fine.
We're going to do our best to make sure that we're as safe as possible on this trip.
Absolutely.
So that's going to conclude the Emirates portion of our trip. So after that, we're going to take a quick flight over from Abu Dhabi to Doha, Qatar. And there are 2 theme parks there, as well as a water park.
So Doha is an absolutely incredible looking city, and it actually has some pretty good roller coasters too. So first thing we're gonna do is visit Doha Quest, which is home to Epic Coaster, the tallest indoor roller coaster, period. And it's like almost 200 feet.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's got
crazy.
multi-launch, vertical drop, 2 inversions inside a mall.
We're gonna be spending way too much time at malls.
So many malls.
Which means I'm gonna end up spending way too much money that I don't have.
You're gonna get to the first mall and have to like control yourself because there's gonna be a lot of malls upcoming, but I think they're gonna be cool. Like the vibes will be awesome. I'm thinking about like American Dream or like West Edmonton Mall. You know, like how cool those are that they have indoor theme parks, and that's just like the thing in this part of the world. Next up is not a permanent amusement park. It's seasonal. This is Lusail Winter Wonderland. They operate just during certain times of year, and we are going during that time of year. So that would be when it's not as hot. It's actually like bearable. So this is more of a nighttime destination. They have some odd looking attractions, including a ride that I don't even know how to pronounce. Ooredoo 5G.
Does it really pull 5Gs?
Or it's sponsored by like Verizon, like 5G cellular, like internet. I don't know.
True.
I've never done a ride by this manufacturer. I don't know. It's just really, really strange. It's got an inversion. It looks cool.
It looks very interesting. And for our last stop, we're visiting another water park. Yay, Matt! This one is very well known, I feel, in like the world of clickbaity content.
Yeah.
Because this thing is an absolute spectacle to look at.
It's called the Mariel Water Park. I think that's actually like the second name it's had because it was originally supposed to be done in time for the World Cup, and then that didn't happen. So
the World Cup happened.
Yes, the World Cup happened, but the water park was not done. It's open now, so we're gonna go to it, and it just looks like really, really crazy. It's out there on the water in this big, giant tower.
It's so crazy looking.
Yeah, it's huge. So that'll be a really cool stop.
So while we have like a pretty good idea of our schedule, we still have some stuff to iron out as far as like the video series goes. Right now, we're not sure if we're gonna include Egypt as part of the series that we still haven't even told you the name of. We'll get there. So we are going to be spending about 36 hours in Cairo, which is just the coolest thing ever. And Ryan gave everybody the idea of going and riding the pyramid coaster.
Yeah, it's a Vekoma SLC that gives you a view of the pyramids from the lift hill. It's at Dream Park, I think is the name of it. He has a video about it already, and we didn't even know this place existed until he posted about it. So when we were like, oh, yo, we're going to Cairo, like, well, we can't let Ryan be the only one that's ridden the Egyptian SLC, so
we gotta get it.
We're gonna go ride it. And there's one more ride that we're gonna do. It's not at Dream Park. It's at a place called El Malahi. It is home to just one roller coaster. It's called Dragon Force, and it'll be our first ever ride by Jinma that we'll be doing, the Chinese knockoff manufacturer.
It's about time.
But actually, this one is not gonna be, I think, as bad as like many of the rides that have that nasty reputation of being
they have a notoriety.
Yeah, being like rough and uncomfortable. This is actually a new for 2023 roller coaster, and there's a reason we're doing this. It is a suspended coaster, kind of in the style of like Hal's Uberkopf. A bit more compact. There's 2 inversions. It's 67 feet tall, like top speed 40 miles per hour. So it's not huge. It's again, this is like a place where we're gonna pop in, ride the ride, and leave. But it still looks like actually pretty cool.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, we couldn't find a whole lot of information about this, but it's on RCDB. It's brand new, and so we're going to go check it out.
And that's going to conclude our 20-day adventure throughout the desert.
Which is why we're calling it Coast in the Desert.
So we tossed around a few names, and we talked to like our Patreon people about it. And like originally we talked about like the Coast in the Emirates, but we realized that a lot of people don't know what the Emirates are. They know the names Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and when you say, oh, the United Arab Emirates, they're like, what?
Yeah, which is just a weird concept because like I've always known as that, but like to the average person they probably don't. Also because we want to be inclusive of Qatar and like Egypt and stuff, and we're like, well, what do these all have in common? And it's like
it's desert.
It is a desert out there.
It's mainly desert, and we're gonna be doing a couple things out there in the desert. Obviously, most of the time it's gonna be in like very like urban areas, but at the end of the day, it's still a desert all around us.
I also think it flows well.
Coast desert.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing sand color. I believe it's actually called camel formerly, which also works.
I'm wearing Dream World because we were there like a year ago. we like doing these trips during this time of year when you can visit like another part of the world's like prime time, like main season, when it's like the off season for most of the United States.
Yeah,
So,
everything here is like, yeah, we're close.
yeah, so
And they're like, we're just getting started.
like we're gonna be wearing like t-shirt and shorts. It's gonna be nice.
Yes, as if we aren't already doing that in Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, anyway.
I'm really pumped for this.
I hope you guys are too.
Yeah.
I feel like this has been one that everyone's like, are you guys ever gonna do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
We want to create
We
some awesome
listen.
content from these places.
We listen.
For sure. I think it's gonna be a really, really good time. So we appreciate your guys' support with the channel. It means a lot. Stay tuned for those upcoming videos. They'll probably start dropping, I would say maybe towards the end of February, but more likely like early March. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you then.